Hi. So I actually kind of feel like I have a decent amount of things to talk about. We'll see how that pans out as I do the video. But first thing I'd like to say that I will talk about the headache stuff from last week. But because this is supposed to be like a monthly update thing or whatever, and because I had my appointment with my new endocrinologist this past week, I'm going to talk about those things first. So, the first and biggest thing, I guess, would be that I am trying spironolactone again. If you've watched my older videos, I've talked about how I did hormone therapy uh, before this. I tried back when I was 25, and I was on it for about 3 years. I was on estradiol and spironolactone along with a bunch of other things for like mental health stuff. But I kind of was reluctant to do spironolactone again for certain reasons. A big one in particular is just kind of anxiety surrounding like the impact of completely um, suppressed or blocked testosterone on certain organs, I guess. To put it lightly, I guess. Like like the primary sexual organs, I guess. I don't really like to talk about those things. If you can't tell, I'm uncomfortable. Uh, but yeah, I was kind of anxious about atrophy and stuff, but I've decided to try it again. The new endocrinologist that I saw is really awesome. She's was really nice to talk to, and she explained things really well to me. And I have a good feeling about her helping me out with all of this stuff. And she kind of helped me feel a bit more comfortable with trying it again. And she said that, if I'm not happy with, the way it's affecting me in whatever way, including, its diuretic effects, that I could tell her, and she would switch me to just estradiol again and just bump up the amount to try to suppress the testosterone more to get more feminization, which is part of the reason why I've decided to try spironolactone again. I wasn't really getting the desired effects from estradiol. It just was not enough. I had way too high of testosterone still. So, in a way, I guess like I've not really made much progress in that regard over the past year. And I mean, I guess it sucks kind of, but I'm also kind of okay with it because it allowed me to really feel my way through things and figure out what I'm comfortable with. And I did also get the benefits from, being on Dutasteride at least. And I'm sure that the estradiol did at least something, even if only a little bit. Um, but I've only been on the spironolactone for about a little under a week now. I had my appointment on Wednesday, I believe. I think that was the 31st. And I started it on February 1st, the next day. So it's been a little under a week, and I am pretty happy with how my skin looks. That was another thing that I think I forgot to mention already. When I was on spironolactone the first time, along with the estradiol, it was the clearest that my skin had ever looked in my life, and I didn't even have any dermatology prescriptions at the time. My skincare routine was really light, but my skin was the clearest it had ever been, and that was really awesome. And that, in and of itself, is something that kind of has me feeling pretty good about trying this again, despite the anxieties I have toward it. I just would love to be able to have clear skin, and so far, I mean, well, it could be a huge coincidence. I would say my skin looks really good right now. I'm really happy with it. Even after just a few days, I know that, things take a lot more time, but I'm pretty sure that it's doing something already, given my previous experiences with it and just, how things have been, even lately without it. I haven't had like any actual breakouts really this past week. Um, so really happy with that, and I'm looking forward to seeing where things go with it. Dutasteride has definitely helped quite a bit too in that regard, I would say. But if spironolactone is going to help me get the rest of the way, along with my skincare routine and everything, then I'm grateful that there's at least something that I can do. And I look forward to seeing how that pans out going forward. Um, gosh, uh, I guess I can show like my hairline maybe again, because it's been uh, 11 months now, I want to say, on dutasteride and 13 months on estradiol, or a year and a month. But I'll show my hairline, which is the primary reason why I had started it in the first place. And it's certainly improved, especially the density around my hairline. I don't really feel comfortable with bringing the phone up close to my face. And I know that's kind of helps, but I don't know. I'm just not feeling up to it right now. I'm probably not like the most ideal person to display progress with something like that, unfortunately, because I have long hair and because I didn't have super severe hair loss. It was mostly just or like a receding hairline and thinning and everything. But I still was seeking to have my hairline fill back in, because that's kind of an important thing, I guess, with looking feminine, is not having male pattern baldness. So yeah, um, since there's only a couple minutes left, like 2.5 minutes, I'd like to try and talk about the headache thing too. So the headaches I had were really bad. It was like for about a week. I ended up not going to work because it was so bad. It would kind of like start off like it's not there for the day, and as the day would progress, it would get worse. And the only thing that helped was laying down. So I decided to look into that, and I saw things like about positional headaches, and I looked into those more, and part of what can cause it is anemia, apparently. And um, things that can cause anemia are hypothyroidism, which I have. I take medication for with levothyroxine, and also gastrointestinal health issues like irritable bowel disease, Crohn's colitis. And I could possibly have those because I just have an IBS diagnosis right now, because they couldn't find anything conclusive enough to diagnose me with IBD. So I was wondering, maybe is this anemia? So I went to the doctor. They checked me out. I got blood work done, and the lab results came back. And one of the things said that like I had like a value indicative of kidney disease, which was really scary. But when I finally got to talk to the doctors, they said everything looks normal. So that was a huge relief. I was really, really scared and anxious about that, but everything's okay in that regard. And I'm going to be going back to work this week. I'm kind of stressed about it, but also looking forward to it. And I feel like I kind of had to rush myself to say all this stuff because of trying to wrap it up in time. So I apologize if it kind of felt like all over the place or really rushed or whatever. And I hope I didn't forget anything, but I'm just going to try and do things as usual and keep it in the 10-minute mark. So if anybody watched this, I really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much, and I hope you're all well, and I wish you the absolute best with everything for this week and going forward.